Hello everyone, I am Harshvardhan and I am going to give a presentation on prediction of thermal comfort and performance comparison of various machine learning models. This project was done under the guidance of Professor Anirban Bose and these are our group mates. So we begin with the content slide. As we can see, we'll start from aim, we'll go to introduction, methodology, and so on. So let's begin with this aim. So the aim of this project is to make a thermal comfort predictive model, and the data set which we use in our case is ASHRAE Global Thermal Comfort Database 2. So here we, after making different predictive models, we did a performance comparison, and finally we selected the best performing model for web deployment. And let us go to introduction slide now. Okay, so we'll begin with what actually is thermal comfort. So ASHRAE defines thermal comfort as that condition of mind which expresses satisfaction with the thermal environment, and this actually gets affected by unfavorable climate conditions, and also it is a person specific feature, which means that it varies from person to person. One person may feel thermally comfortable, and in the same environment maybe the second person will feel thermally uncomfortable. And it also depends on metabolic rate of an individual, and on relative humidity, and on the thermal sensation, and many more features. So the ultimate task of an HVAC designer is to provide the best possible indoor thermal environment. So now we come to the methodology part. So firstly we get the data set and we import the different libraries which are being used, and we have to handle the missing data. So this is actually very important, because there are a lot of missing values in our data set which we'll visualize later on. And then we do one hot encoding of the categorical columns. Then we have to split the data set into training and testing set. Then feature scaling also needs to be done in the case of distance space algorithms. For example, in our case we have KNN model as a distance space algorithm, and then we train the model, we test it to find out the accuracy, then we select the best performing model for the purpose of web deployment. So here we have a bar graph of frequency of Köppen climate classification, and here we have the same bar graph but of generalized climate classification. So we generalized it in order to simplify the data set. Then we have a bar graph of the frequency of thermal comfort data. So this thermal comfort actually is a rating out of 6, from 1 to 6. So 6 represents that it's very comfortable, whereas 1 represents it's very uncomfortable. So we can see the frequency of 5 is maximum in our data set. Now we come to the visualization of missing values for numerical columns. So here, as we can see, the color in black represents that the values or the data is present, but this white color represents that at this location the data is not present, it's absent. So in this way we can visualize that there are many missing values in these columns, whereas in this column almost all the values are present. And this number actually represents the total number of rows, that is in our case it is 1,07,583 rows. Then there is a visualization of missing value for categorical columns. And then we come to this part where we discuss about different types of machine learning algorithms used in this study. In our study we have used decision tree, random forest, XGBoost, tagging, KNN, and Gaussian knife bias. So let's come to them one by one. So we'll start with decision tree model. So it's a supervised learning technique, and after making the model we checked its accuracy, which came to be 43.03%, and we have also visualized the confusion matrix of it, and it has been shown over here. Then we come to random forest model. Its confusion matrix has also been shown here. Then XGBoost model, its confusion matrix has also been shown here, as we can see. Yeah, one thing is also, one thing to be noted over here is that it shows 0 to 5, but actually it represents 1 to 6, because our thermal comfort is a rating out of 6. It begins from 1 and it ends at 6, so 1 to 6. Okay, so finally we come to KNN model. In KNN model, actually it's very important to find out the optimum value of K, because the accuracy totally depends on it. So we, for this purpose, we have plot a graph of error rate versus K, and as we can see the minimum error rate was achieved at around K is equal to 32. So we selected this value of K for the purpose of making the model. And finally its confusion matrix has also been shown here. Then we come to bagging model, it has also its confusion matrix is also here. And then we come to Gaussian naive Bayes model, its confusion matrix has also been shown here. This Gaussian naive Bayes model actually works on the principle of Bayes principle. It works on it. uh, and it's actually a type of a naive Bayes algorithm which has a continuous data, and it has an assumption of normal distribution of every class. Okay, so finally we come to this slide of performance comparison of various models. So the accuracy score of different models have been shown here, and as we can see, the maximum accuracy is for Kenan model and the minimum accuracy is for Gaussian naive Bayes model, which is 31.55%. So in conclusion, we can say, so we can finally say that yeah, Kenan model has the maximum prediction accuracy, whereas Gaussian naive Bayes model is the one having the minimum prediction accuracy. So it's very clear from here that we are going to use Kenan model for the purpose of web deployment. And on coming to the application part, so its main application is in HVAC sector, because it would allow the researchers to study the effect of different features on thermal comforts. Because like if we change some features, we'll change some of the features, and then we'll see that how it affects the thermal comfort. So this way it can help, and also it would predict whether a certain value of features would really be thermally comfortable for the occupants or not. So it will also, at the end, we can also say that it can help to achieve the goal of reducing power consumption by HVAC appliances, because we can find out the optimum conditions with its help. And if we maintain the room at that optimum temperature, yeah, then we can definitely achieve this goal of reducing power consumption. Okay, so that's it from my side, and the web deployment part and future scope is going to be presented by my friend Gaurav. Thank you.
This is our thermal comfort prediction machine learning app. Now I will explain later that how this app works. Now we have to give some variables and then this will predict the thermal comfort. Let me show you how. Enter which year this is going on. Now I am entering 2010. Enter your age. Let's put 30 years. Thermal sensation. This is good. Now we have to enter our metabolic rate. This is good. Thermal air temperature. Let's put 23. Relative humidity 45 is good. Air velocity, this much is okay. Now let's put monthly average air temperature. Now let's give it also 23. Summer is good. Climate dry is good. City Delhi. Country India. Multi-family housing is good. Everything is good. Let's predict. Now the thermal comfort is 5 out of 6. This is our prediction. Now I will explain later that how this app works. Coming to web deployment, KNN algorithm is found out to be best suited for our model. We will create our model in Python, where we will import pickle. Pickle will create pickle file. Later that pickle file will be imported in Python, where we will create our app. The app will be created with the help of Streamlit module that will create localhost for our web-based app. Coming to the future scope, S-ray data is very large data, having 10 lakh 7,583 rows and 70 columns. After cleaning, that got reduced to 23,297 rows and 18 columns. Now the data has been reduced because of the cleaning. We did that cleaning because there were more NA values, and that would have created problem in our app or in our model. Now we could have done it in better way if we would have find out the missing values, but because of the human uh, specific nature of those values, we couldn't find out those values by mathematical means. We could have improved our model by implementing deep learning and reinforcement learning algorithms in our model, and that would have created a better accuracy and better reliable app. Thank you.